3 days later, I woke up and we were on 10,000. Writing the song for me was something that was quite difficult, but at the same time it was quite easy. Different parts of the song were more difficult to write than others, but actually writing the song, after it happened, I remember thinking to myself a couple of days after, when I calmed down a lot, I thought to myself that I need to put this out there. Like, I need to help someone else who has the same struggle that I have right now. So I began writing the song, and when I finished it, I remember going, like, the thoughts going through my head were like, this is more than just a song. Like, this is something that could go big. Like, there's a lot of opportunity here.
When Sky hit me up for the video, I was scared because I've never done something like this before. Then I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna go in there. I'm gonna make the best video I can. Sky came to me with a vision. For some reason, I had the exact same vision in my head. So when it got to actually filming the video and editing the video, I knew exactly what to do. I knew exactly what Sky wanted from me.
After I wrote the song and it was recorded and edited, I sent it in to get mastered by the guy who produced it, which was my mate Austin. You can find him on SoundCloud as Era. I remember thinking, like, I don't want to just release this as a SoundCloud link, like I want this to have more meaning. So I knew Shaun does videography and I knew that he's a local guy, one of my mates. I was like, okay, cool, this can help get exposure for both of us. So I contacted him. We shot for a total of 3 days. On the one day where we shot the forest scene, we needed the weather to be overcast. And when we decided to shoot, it was overcast in the morning, and then by the time we got there it had completely cleared up and it was like 38 degrees. But we decided to shoot anyway, and the shots came out just how we wanted them, so it worked out anyway.
I remember the day of the release, I was speaking to Sky. When it hit 10K, I was like, oh my word, it's doing really well. Then it got to 15K, then 20K. It was overwhelming. I was really chuffed with the outcome. Didn't expect it to get the amount of views it has today, but I'm really grateful. I can definitely say that.
So after the video was released, it was a bit unreal for me. Like, everyone was sharing it, going crazy, and I wasn't used to that. I've never had, the most views I'd got before was 2,000 on a song, and that was like crazy for me. My goal was to get 1,500 in about a week. All of a sudden, after an hour, I was on 1,100. Just like, next thing I know, I woke up the next day and we were on 2,000. Then, like 3 days later, I woke up and we were on 10,000. And it was just unreal. I had messages from people saying they wanted to commit suicide, that was on their mind, and after listening to my song, it helped them and showed them what the effects that it leaves to the people that remain here. It was a big motivation for them to keep going. I think that was the biggest achievement that I got from the song. When it came to budgeting for the video, on average normal music videos, like professionally, cost about 70,000 rand to make, and I put a total of 600, excluding paying Shaun and Austin, I put a total of 650 rand into this, which consisted of hiring a smoke machine for 2 days and buying 2 t-shirts. When I went to go buy the shirt, I wanted to get something that was cool and that was different, and I couldn't find anything, and then I came across this shirt. It says everything is not enough, which kind of described exactly how I felt, so I chose to get that one. We're actually recording this right now in the spot that we shot the video. As you can see, it's very dirty and very stiff. We came here with literally nothing. We rocked up here with the camera. There was random broken chairs and stuff around that we used to put the camera on to get me to sit on. We had to find like 20 extension leads to plug into each other to get the smoke machine. That's why I like this video so much, is we didn't have a help. We literally had to be creative the entire time. We had to use our brains to be creative, and that's what I really love about it. So right now, as you can see, we're filming on like some silver rolled up mat thing. We've got the light that I hired today for 100 rand on a back bin. We've got my car in the back with my lights on bright. Like, that's the type of stuff we had to come here with. We didn't have any tripods. Shaun left his tripod at home, so we didn't have any tripods or anything to work with. We literally just found stuff, put it on, and just used our brains. My biggest inspiration in music, like all time, would have to be Eminem. Just listening to his songs, I've always tried to portray what he does. For this song particularly, I focused more on a rapper called NF. He went through the exact same thing that I went through, and I used a lot of his music and a lot of his music videos to get ideas of what I was going to do.
My biggest inspirations, I can definitely say Casey Neistat. I take filmmaking very seriously. but also I have a big passion for it. So when I am doing shoots or when I am working, there's a mindset of I have to get this video done and I have to produce a good video, but then there's also the mindset of like, I'm with my mates, we're filming a music video, like we're messing around, we're having a good time. It did feel like a play, but I had that mindset of I have to produce a good video and I have to get this thing done.
The saying goes, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. It was something that I really love to do. So it was play for me, it was cool, but at the same time, it was nice knowing that it's work, knowing that I actually need to do something, it's not messing around. So I actually really enjoyed it. So it's difficult to say if it was work or play because it was literally stuck in the middle, it was both. I was afraid that people were gonna be like, why would you put that out there? Why would you? Because in the song I go in very big detail about everything. I was scared that people were gonna say, why would you talk about that? That's like a private thing. But I didn't get anything like that, so it was cool.
I was afraid to post it because I was scared it wasn't gonna live up to my standards and live up to the standards that I expected because there was so much hype. The video itself was one of the best videos ever made. I've never worked so hard on a video. In that sense, I wasn't. I was scared. I was excited to just put it out there and let people see the video that I worked so hard on. But I was scared because there was so much hype, and I was scared that it wasn't going to live up to its hype. To film, like Sky said, it took 3 days. Editing is a different story though. That took quite a while. I took like 2-3 weeks to edit the whole video because I was so fixated on making this video the best video I've ever made. I really put a lot of work and a lot of effort into it, and that's why it took so long.
My influences in hip-hop would have to be Eminem, NF, Macklemore, 50 Cent, G-Eazy, Tupac, and Pops. I started rapping when I was vaguely just started like repeating what Eminem said when I was 9, and then I probably got into it when I was 14. When I made the video, I made the central theme alone, obviously, because that's what it was called. So everything in the video represented alone. Being out in nature by myself, alone in like a big space. Being behind the fences also symbolized that I was behind a cage and I was caged in and I wanted to get out. The mask symbolized me putting on a happy face. Being in the cage with my mask on showed that I was caged in with a happy face on.